Indian chapati bread recipe. Make roti bread like a pro. There's something truly special about freshly made chapati, the soft, warm, and lightly toasted Indian flatbread that perfectly accompanies curries, dips, or even wraps. This simple and delicious Indian chapati bread recipe will make you fall in love with the comforting goodness of roti. Whether you serve it with a hearty curry, use it as a sandwich wrap, or enjoy it with a little butter, this homemade chapati will be a family favorite in no time. Making chapati from scratch is not only easy but also incredibly rewarding. With just a few simple ingredients, you'll be able to create the perfect roti bread in just 30 minutes. Let's dive into the ingredients, preparation steps, and tips for making the perfect Indian chapati. Why chapati? Why roti? Before we get into the details of the recipe, let's take a moment to appreciate why chapati holds a special place in Indian cuisine. Known as roti in many parts of India, chapati is a round, flat, unleavened bread made from whole wheat flour, water, and salt. It's versatile, nutritious, and has been a staple in Indian households for centuries. You can enjoy it with curries, grilled meats, vegetables, or even as a wrap for snacks or sandwiches. Chapati is often considered one of the healthiest types of bread due to its minimal ingredients and lack of added sugars, preservatives, or refined flours. Making chapati from scratch is a perfect way to control the quality of ingredients and enjoy fresh, soft, and fluffy bread right at home. Ingredients for chapati: roti bread. Making chapati requires basic pantry ingredients. Here's what you'll need. 1 cup whole wheat flour. This is the heart of the chapati. Whole wheat flour gives chapati its characteristic texture and a rich, nutty flavor. 1 cup all-purpose flour. A mix of whole wheat flour and all-purpose flour helps balance the texture of the chapati. The all-purpose flour ensures the chapatis stay soft and tender. 1 teaspoon salt. A little salt enhances the flavor of the chapati. 3/4 cup hot water, or as needed. The water helps form the dough and brings everything together. The hot water ensures the dough stays soft and easy to work with. 2 tablespoons olive oil or vegetable oil. This is optional, but adding a bit of oil makes the chapatis soft and adds richness to the dough. Step-by-step chapati recipe. Now that we've got all the ingredients, let's break down the simple, foolproof steps to make this mouth-watering chapati at home. 1. Gather all ingredients. The first step to any successful recipe is gathering everything you need. Have your flour, salt, oil, and hot water ready before you start. This will make the process smoother. 2. Make the dough. In a large bowl, mix the whole wheat flour, all-purpose flour, and salt. Stir these ingredients together using a wooden spoon until they are well combined. Now slowly add in the hot water and olive oil. Mix everything together until a soft, elastic dough begins to form. The dough should feel smooth and slightly sticky. If it's too dry, add a little more water, 1 teaspoon at a time, until you reach the right consistency. If it's too wet, sprinkle in a little more flour. Knead the dough for about 5 to 7 minutes on a lightly floured surface until it becomes smooth and elastic. 3. Let the dough rest. Once the dough is ready, divide it into 10 equal portions, or fewer if you prefer larger chapatis. Roll each portion into a smooth ball. Let them rest for about 5 minutes. This resting period allows the gluten to relax, making the dough easier to roll out into thin discs. 4. Roll the chapatis. Now comes the fun part, rolling the dough into flat rounds. On a lightly floured surface, take each dough ball and use a rolling pin to flatten it into a thin, round disc. Try to keep the shape as even as possible, but don't stress if they're not perfectly round. The texture is what counts. Roll the dough as thin as you can without tearing it. Chapatis should ideally be thin, but not so thin that they break apart while cooking. 5. Heat the skillet. To cook the chapatis, you'll need a skillet or tawa, a flat, round cooking pan commonly used for chapatis. Heat the skillet over medium heat and lightly grease it with oil or ghee, clarified butter, if you prefer. Let the skillet become hot. You'll know it's ready when it starts to smoke slightly. 6. Cook the chapatis. Once the skillet is hot, place the rolled out chapati on the skillet. Cook it for about 30 seconds or until you start seeing brown spots appear on the bottom. Flip the chapati using tongs and cook for another 30 seconds. You'll notice it puffing up as it cooks, which is a sign that your chapati is perfectly cooked. Repeat the process for the remaining dough balls. 7. Serve and enjoy. Once cooked, serve your chapatis immediately with curries, stews, or dips of your choice. You can also spread a little butter or ghee on top for extra flavor. Nutritional information of chapati. Here's the breakdown of the nutrition for one serving, one chapati. Calories, 110. Total fat, 3g, 4% daily value. Saturated fat, 0g, 2% daily value. Sodium, 234 milligrams, 10% daily value. Total carbohydrates, 18g, 7% daily value. Dietary fiber, 2g, 6% daily value. Protein, 3g, 6% daily value. Calcium, 7 milligrams, 1% daily value. Iron, 1 milligram, 6% daily value. Potassium, 62 milligrams, 1% daily value. Each chapati is packed with essential nutrients, making it a healthy and satisfying addition to any meal. Why you should make chapati at home. Making chapati at home is not only a rewarding experience, but also allows you to control the ingredients. You can use high-quality flour, avoid preservatives, and enjoy fresh, warm bread every time. Plus, chapati is incredibly versatile. You can make it as a wrap for sandwiches or serve it alongside your favorite curries, stews, or dips. The possibilities are endless. Tips for perfect chapati every time. Use hot water. The key to soft chapatis is hot water. It helps the dough stay pliable and soft. Don't overroll. Roll the dough gently and avoid overworking it. Overrolling can make the chapatis tough. Keep the skillet at the right temperature. If the skillet is too hot, the chapatis will burn. If it's too cool, they won't cook properly. Store leftovers properly. If you have leftover chapatis, store them in an airtight container and reheat them on the stove or in the microwave. Final thoughts. Making Indian chapati bread, roti, is an easy and fulfilling process that anyone can master with practice. With just a few simple ingredients and some patience, you'll be able to create soft, flavorful chapatis that are perfect for any meal. So why wait? Try this recipe today and bring the taste of authentic Indian cuisine to your table. Whether you're enjoying it with a rich curry or using it as a wrap for your favorite fillings, chapati bread is sure to become a staple in your kitchen. Get ready to enjoy the warm, delicious taste of homemade roti